There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
What?
And what's Philadelphia? Born and raised. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean. The more that like I never like I've never been a fan of Jada. Not like that. Like not for no reason. I just never really like watched.
You
her.
never
She was
cared
hit.
for her.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like every time I see her talk, it just get worse. Like
And worse and worse.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie though. I will say this. We gotta Will got to take some accountability for the bullshit though. Like he slapping bulls and he getting into all this other shit. Like she not even your girl, bro. Like you got, you know what I'm saying, let it like
Keep my wife's name. But
and that's what
apparently
she came out saying like what she was surprised when Will smacked Chris Rock and said like oh that Will referred to her as his wife that she was surprised by that. Like that was what she got into there.
she want to act surprised.
I think that's bullshit.
That is bullshit.
Because I mean it from a perspective of like for the last 5 years, when she was doing all the red table talk, giving people advice on marriage, how to have a happy life, happy marriage, how to be great parents together, and so on. You telling me that you were technically separated, not together, but now you want to impose in the world whatever you think the right way to do it is. And I think this is part of the things that is so wrong with society is that we idolize these people that are literally actors and they carry their life as actors. It's not only when they're in a movie, but all of the time. And there, I guarantee you, many people that were taking their advice and thinking, oh, this is the way you do things and this is the way you accept things. Or when you have an entanglement, you're supposed to forgive it or whatever the case might be. Because this is the type of stuff they were sharing with the world.
And they were like at one point they're like the epitome of black love. Like they were they were one of the couples that people really looked at as like one of those couples like a Jay and Beyonce, them like there's like certain couples where people and celebrity like people that looked at celebrities like that would be like, oh, like something to follow, like that you saying. So shit crazy.
That is crazy. I'm pretty sure that was all her idea. I feel very strongly that was her idea. This whole separate thing.
I don't give two shits whether it is your idea or not. If you accepted it, you both are responsible. So I'm not going to say it's her responsibility, his responsibility. It doesn't matter. You both kind of accepted it, but then you chose to lie to the world. But then not only lie, because to me, I wouldn't have cared if they were like, oh, we're separated, whatever. We're going to stay together and live together for the kids. It is what it is. That's perfectly cool with me. I don't give two shits about that. But once you start then going out to the world and start giving marriage advice and relationship advice and start telling young women and young men, this is what you should do, or this is what you shouldn't do. This is what love should look like, and XYZ. I think that's the part that's wrong. You know what I mean? Because what you do in your personal life and you keep it personal, that's fine. And right now, if she would have announced this and she hadn't had all the red table talk, the smacking in the middle of the freaking award show, all those kind of situations taking place, nobody would have cared. Everybody would be like, oh, that sucks for you. They probably would have felt bad in some way, but she wouldn't have been getting the amount of attention that she's getting now. No. You know what I mean? And by now, she might have already done more damage than good. And now, how do you take that back? Like, I don't know.
You don't. You can't. That's too far for that.
Because it's not acceptable. And she did things that are very weird. Because I remember I didn't watch the whole episode, but it was interesting to me. But now it makes sense how she chose to like emasculate Will Smith when she was shitting.
You said demasculate?
Emasculate him. So like take away his masculinity. Yeah. When she got him to come to the show and literally talk about the fact that she was shitting on him with your son's friend, like somebody that can be your kid. And then put your husband, which whether you want to call him that or not, is your husband on camera and try to pretend that was okay with him in any way.
He looked so miserable in that video. He looked tired, bro. I don't know. She must got some crazy box or something because
I think this just goes. I'm gonna say it. It proves do not make these people's your idols. It's like take some of the messaging, and if it applies, good. But don't try to look up to them in a way that was like, oh, I want to mimic their life or I want their life. Guess it proves time and time and again, that celebrities will do crazy shit for attention and
For
money.
attention. Yep.
She on a book tour now. Like that's what they were referencing.
She's monetizing this.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, like it sounded like, hey, you did the book, you wrote it. And it's like, how can I write something crazy that is gonna get eyes?
She said
get
Tupac
attention.
proposed to her before he passed away and shit while he was in jail, before he was killed. So that's like just a random. She gonna keep mentioning Tupac name one way or another. She gonna keep mentioning him.
Mm-hmm. She married to that man. You know he did.
You ever seen the memes of her like in the scary movie that like she when you know in scary movie when he's getting fucked by the ghost.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They said that's her with Tupac and shit.
I don't know. I think she's saying this now because she knows it's garnering attention. She's like, oh, I have to play into this Tupac scenario. Even if it wasn't the case back then. She's like, oh, he's dead, so why would it matter? I'm gonna say that was my soulmate. Whatever the heck I gotta say to get more attention. And just keep on monetizing.
Oh no,
she need
to be canceled.
At what point does it like, yo, y'all don't got enough money? Like, y'all don't, it's not enough clout. There's not enough.
Well, that's the thing. It's not on them. It's us in society that we choose to give our money to people like this.
And sometimes
you sound like a lot of people.
It's not a lot of the times too. It's not even about they reach so much money that they don't really care. Now they value more attention, so to speak, or some kind of control.
That's why I said it, like money or clout. Because I know that a lot of this is that shit. Like attention at a certain point, attention and fame is worth more than money.
Yeah,
like for certain people and shit like that.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like we gotta call shit like that. Like people need to start calling it out. It's like, nah, that ain't okay. That's not cool.
Jada, that shit is bullshit. Do my man like that. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro. I'm trying to hold down West Philly. Yo, he's fucking wildin', son. Don't come to Philly. We don't want you here. It's like, man.
And Will was fucked up too. That's all I'm gonna say. Because he kind of agreed to go with the flow. And it's one of the situations where he kept putting himself in a situation to look bad. And if you're truly separated and you're not together, why the hell are you slapping a man in the middle of a show on TV and making this big shebang about your wife? Why are you going on a thing that's going to be broadcasted live to be embarrassed, just for the fun of it, to garner attention? It's like one of those things that I'm like, they both are doing wrong things and they both should be called out.
You know what pissed me off about Will is the fact that he had the balls to say he felt offended by Chris Rock's stand-up. Like,
I don't care. You can feel offended.
I don't remember that. That's hilarious.
Like, how the hell are you gonna have? Do you feel like you have the space to even say some bullshit like that? You went on TV and smacked the crap out of Rock. Like, what?
That's crazy.
I feel offended. And then Netflix. I think they cut that part out when he was talking about Jada and Will, Chris Rock in the special.
Oh wow!
Because it was first released live, and you saw it on uncensored, uncut. And then after Will said whatever he said, Netflix seemed to like.
They did because they updated. I think maybe like 3 hours because I watched it live. I remember that. So I think it was like maybe 3 or 6 hours later, whatever. Like later on when they officially put it up, it was an edited version.
Super quick. Like how? That's not even cool, bro. At me as Chris Rock, I would have been pissed about that. Like you guys got to pay me something for that because we made this deal, and I'm pretty sure Chris Rock wasn't expecting any of his thing to be cut, edited. I don't even think that was probably in a contract.
In a contract, yeah. They got to do whatever they want.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Man, Netflix, they be basically doing whatever they want.
That's wild to me. But because this man felt offended, he felt... felt offended.
Who's a bigger star? Which like, what's going to make you more money? Will Smith, like a good relationship with Will Smith or Chris Rock on a special?
Well, I mean, I feel like Chris Rock has achieved, as far as like that kind of space, I feel like Chris Rock is bigger than Will Smith.
My question was, who's gonna make you more money, Chris Rock or Will Smith?
Oh,
I think you want to keep in mind that Will Smith has been, because he was massive. Like Will was Will. Like he's probably like the #1 male actor for a long time. Like if you like, and I feel like he's just been doing crazy shit.
Black or white. Like,
period.
It's not just a
period.
Like
I said, male actor.
No, you did. I'm adding that. I added that.
I usually don't be putting race in front of things. Like if you're great, you're great. But I do think like over the last like 2 years, he's been damaging his name. And the funny part is most of it has been because of Jada.
Jada, yeah.
Almost all of it. Like a lot of his legacy now is gonna have a bit of an asterisk next to it. All because of the crazy shit he's doing. Because now people are questioning who he is as a person.
But
in
that's
many
nothing to
different
do
ways.
with his acting. It's like I understand the asterisk next to like Tom Brady and the Deflategate, like the shit with the way he deflating the footballs and shit. So like I understand that. Like and I don't know, like different field where like you're acting like it's affecting what you're doing. Like if Will was to put up a dud of a movie, like his next movie be super like the worst thing ever. All right, that I get how that affects.
No, I don't even mean it as a dud. I think what's happening now is like if he puts in a new movie, do you think it gets the same attention that it would have gotten in the past?
Yeah, if it's good, like
I think, I think that's the type of stuff that it starts because there's people that will start to like view him differently and
like
not
his image is
correct.
fucking up over this.
Yeah, and like that maybe his selling power has shifted. Like you know what I mean? Like take him. I'm gonna give you two perfect examples of like two actors that are massive, like Will Smith and The Rock, right? Mm-hmm. Even though they can play two different characters, but if I'm a studio right now, who do I think is gonna bring me more money with less drama?
Rock.
You know what I mean?
That's
and right now we're living in very politically correct times, and I don't think Will Smith is cleanly politically correct anymore. Which I think if you would have went back 3 years, 4 years ago, before all this bullshit started happening, he was like The Rock,
but I think he still has the same image,
or like Kevin Hart.
Guy. I think he still has the same image like of being a good guy and being
bro.
But he hasn't done anything wrong.
So once again, Kevin Hart, Will Smith, for a movie. If I'm a studio and I'm gonna hire them, who would you go with? Because they have less baggage.
Kevin Hart has more shit in terms of like recent baggage off the top of my head. Has more like the shit that recently the most recent with Kevin Hart, which like is the cheating shit. The show where he got kicked off. I think it was the Grammy or like some award show that he was hosting. He got kicked off
because of the
old tweets
old
or whatever.
Tweets.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think those in reality are worse than Will Smith accepting the bullshit.
No.
And I guess he did smack Chris Rock too.
Like,
I gotta add that in there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
You gotta add that.
I'm thinking of just Jada. I'm saying like I don't think that just Jada is enough. Like all the shit that's going on with Jada, apart from the slap.
No.
If it was just that, it was enough to fuck up his.
That's what I mean. But even the slap happened because of Jada.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I didn't calculate that one in there. I'm only thinking of like things directly tied to Jada with no other people attached to it.
And I think that's made him lose a lot of respect with that happening, like as a man.
Yeah,
a lot of
people
people
are
have
100%
spoken
right.
about it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
like,
right. You guys are 100%.
A lot of respect he's been losing because of these continuous BS with Jada.
Because you put hands on.
And I don't even think it's BS. I'm like, these type of things he should have been handling private. Like, why is Jada out in the public eye having these conversations?
Say none of this shit. It's only ever Jada.
Having these conversations with the media. Like, these are type of things that if all this was happening in their home and they're taking care of the shit in their home and they can live whatever lifestyle they live, they can be whatever they are, as long as it's in their home, nobody would give a shit. It's the fact that she is coming out and putting it out in the public that puts it in a situation where it's not only damaging her, well, probably not damaging her because she's getting her attention, and it sounds like that's what she's like, and that's what she likes and wants, but indirectly, it automatically, she's a reflection of him.
Mm-hmm. And Will Smith actually in a video made a comment about that, like pretty much telling her like, yo, you like, this is my life, like there's only certain things I want to show, and she's over here with the phone and whatnot, like just talking. And
I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, you could tell he was genuinely bothered.
And I don't think you can forget that Jada is Jada because of Will. Like if she wasn't married to Will Smith in this day and age today, would she be as relevant as she is today?
You're right. You know
what I mean?
That's a good question. Let us know in the comments how you guys feel about that. You know what I'm saying? Would she be as big as she is without Will? So please hit the like, comment, and subscribe. Actually, let us know how you feel about this whole situation. If y'all want to shit on Will, shit on everybody, shit on us, everybody in the comments. I don't give a fuck.
Shit on Jada specifically.
Yeah, but shit on them more than us. But still, we appreciate y'all. Please hit the like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you.